Hey Jason, this is Kate Bortinsky, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what's in it for her? Well, the answer is simple. Oftentimes, most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how to improve their online marketing strategy. And other times, the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who's an expert and who isn't. I have found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hand saying, "Hey Kate, I like you. Can you just handle this for me, please?" So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've seen and you're thinking, yeah, this information could really move the needle for my business, shoot me a message and we can have a deeper conversation. Or if at the end of this video, you simply want to take this free attack plan that I give you and do it yourself, that works for me too. No harm, no foul. So now, let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So let's dive into the first thing that I want to cover with you, which is content. What is content? Content is how Google knows what you do and who you do it for. Content is the information highlighted on your website that Google is sending back to their algorithms to tell them what you should be found for. There's also content that you can't read that's embedded into your images. Google is able to read this content and it helps them. So if you right-click on any of your images and hit Save As, you can rename this file to include some relevant keywords. Optimizing this text helps Google understand your content better. So when we don't have enough content, specifically keyword-rich content that your customers are searching for, how would Google know to show your business for that search term? We have found that most sites ranking in the top spots on Google have a minimum of 1,500 to 2,200 words on their website, and they're using the right keywords throughout their content. So I went ahead and ran your site through a word counter, and right now you're sitting at 497 words. I also checked out one of your competitors, Flint Spray Foam Insulation. They have 1,556 words on their homepage. So they're using a little more keyword-rich content than you are, and that's helping them capture more visibility and clicks. When we talk about content, that also encompasses your keywords that Google recognizes you for. Now recently, Google threw a wrench at those in the marketing world by limiting the information that they provide us on keywords. This happens every year right around the holiday shopping season, so it's not a big deal. So our tools that normally show us all the keywords that you're being found for are now reflecting that you show up for nothing. Which this isn't true because I'm seeing your business when I search spray insulation Flint. So I can see data from 6 months ago on this tool that I use called Ahrefs. And I'm going to go over to your competitor and click on their keywords and go 6 months back. So when I do this, you can see that they're being found for 10 different keywords. Crawl space waterproofing Flint, they're sitting in the 40th, this one gets 40 searches a month, sitting in the 40th position. Spray Foam Michigan with 30 searches a month. Spray Foam Insulation Contractors Michigan with 60 searches a month, and they're sitting in the 48th position. This is a term that you're also ranking for. So when we go over to your keywords and also filter back 6 months ago, we can see that you're sitting in the 55th position for this term. So you're not ranking as high as they are for these key terms because you're not optimized for the terms. So here's what Google does think your site is related to based on your current content. Spray Foam Insulation Contractors Michigan, Ann Arbor Blown Insulation Ann Arbor Insulation, and Crawl Space Waterproofing Birch, Michigan. So a key takeaway here is that you need to use your industry keywords more often than your competitors to rank higher than them on Google. So the first thing that you need to do to dominate your competition online is incorporate more keyword-rich content on your homepage to help Google better understand what you do. That's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you do it right. So now, let's go check out Google. And when I Google spray insulation flint, you can see first the ad section comes up. And Google Ads can be a great option to generate some quick leads. And ultimately, it gets you to the top of Google. But they also can be a gamble because some people use ad blockers, so they won't see your ads. And other people skip right past the ad section and go straight to the maps or organic sections. So they don't work for everyone, but they can be a great option. So now, moving on to the second key thing that I want to cover with you today, and that's citations. You're probably thinking, what's a citation and why do they matter? That's a great question. So you can see the Google Maps section, or what we call the map pack here. You can see the business's name, address, and phone number. And that's known as your NAP. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So a citation is your name, address, phone number listed on places like Yelp, the BBB, Yellow Pages, Facebook, and a couple hundred other directories. So now you might be asking yourself, hey Kate, how do I rank in maps? So let me explain the number one thing that you can do today to push your business up the map pack. Generally speaking, most companies in the number one spot on Google have about 150 citations. So when you have more citations than your competitors, you gain more trust from Google than they do. And ultimately, that pushes you above them in the map pack. So now you're thinking, great, how do I do that? It's really simple. I'll use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that will tell me exactly what directories your competition is listed on, and from there I'll literally go down the list and get you on the same ones as them. But I don't stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 150 citations, we want to match them and add 100 to 200 more so it takes them a long time to catch back up. So if you spend some time getting yourself more citations than these top businesses in the map pack, you can take over the top spot, and that would generate more business for you. So now let's talk about the third and final key thing that I want to cover with you today, link juice, which is also referred to as backlinks. This third pillar is really helpful to help you dominate on Google. So when we search spray foam or spray insulation flint, and we scroll past the map pack here, you can see that your site isn't sitting at the top of Google. The top business on Google gets 39% of the clicks, while the second spot only gets 18%. So the top spot's where you want to be, and to get there, you need authority. So how do we get authority? Well, it all comes down to your backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, that gives site B authority. It's kind of like a popularity contest, and the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link is. So let me give you an example. If you get a local blog or industry-related site, such as one of your suppliers, like Ferguson, linking back to you, that's a great backlink. But if you're an insulation company and you get a backlink from, say, Sagano's linking to you, that's not so great because you don't sell food. So we're going to go back to Ahrefs, my tool that I showed earlier. And we're going to go to the overview. So we can see here that you have 102 backlinks. And when I click into them and filter out the spam links, we can see that you only have 54 good backlinks. Not bad, but not dominant. So let's go back to your competitor, Flint Spray Foam Insulation. So here we can see that he's got 43 backlinks. So these backlinks are from more stronger, relevant sources. So you might be asking yourself, why are they ranking higher since they have less backlinks than you? It all comes down to the fact that not all backlinks are created equal. By adding even just one good relevant backlink, it can be worth more authority to Google than over 100 irrelevant backlinks. So how do we get more backlinks? Well, with Ahrefs here, I can see exactly which sites are linking to them, and we can go get those same links for your business. We also have a list of our favorite contractor backlinks that have high authority to Google. Getting you to the top of Google is not magic. It's a method, and I've shown you this method today. So in closing, we went over first, content. You need to incorporate more keyword-rich content with at least 1,500 words on your homepage. Second, citations. You need to have 100 to 200 more citations than your nearest competitor to beat them by a landslide. Third, link juice. You need more relevant sites pointing to your website to show Google you have more authority than your competitors. And if you implement these strategies today, you can be number one across Google. So what now? Well, you can either take this information I shared with you today and run with it on your own. Again, I'm totally cool with that. No harm, no foul. Just send me a quick note that you watched this video and your thoughts on it. I would really appreciate your feedback. However, if you're looking to partner with an industry expert that can generate quality, keyword-rich content, get you more citations than your competitors, and help you dominate the backlink game, give me a call at 810-358-5645 and we can have a deeper conversation. Once again, this is Kate Bortinsky and my phone number is 810-358-5645. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day.